Hello, viewers and my dear students. Today we are going to start a new video series on Foundation Course Semester 4, that is the contemporary issues under the Skill Enhancement course, which will be for SY BCom, BA, BAc, BMS, BPI, BAF, and BMF. I am Dr. Sajid Undekar, Principal of Darul Rahmat Trust, A. Kalsekar Degree College, Kausa, Mumbai. It is affiliated to the University of Pune, and you can visit our website also www.akalsekarcollege.com. Significant contemporary and rights of citizens. So this is the topic of today's video, the rights of citizens. And first one we will see who has worked as a pioneer work in this rights of citizen is the Franklin D. Roosevelt. If you treat people right, they will be treat you right. 90% of the time. Yes, if you treat people right, they will treat you right. This is the quote has been given by Franklin D. Roosevelt. Yes, we'll start the rights of consumer, and in that rights of consumer, we have the various we have the acts are there. Just we'll go through that, so you should know. And this is the basically what you should understand the concept of what is the right of information act. So here we are going to have the violation of consumers right, provisions of consumer protection act 1986, consumer protection act 2019, other important laws to protect the consumers, Indian contract act 1872, sale of goods act 1950, the essential commodities act 1955, the Prevention of Food Adulteration Act 1955, and Courts and Consumer Movement. So these are the various laws and act has been prepared in the right direction for the right of the consumer, and consumer should know what they have the right and make the awareness with this particular foundation course for the students of SY all streams in the University of Mumbai. Then right of information, genesis with the relation with the transparency and accountability, important provisions of RTI Act 2005 and success stories related to the RTI Act. Protection of citizens or public interest, the public interest legislation need, then procedure for file PIL, some landmark cases, and citizen charters, Public Service Guarantee Act. That is, in that we have the citizens charters, origin of concept, principles and objective of principal characters. Then citizens charters initiatives in India and problem faced in implementing the citizens charters, Public Service Guarantee Act, that is the features, and the Maharashtra Guarantee of Public Services Act 2015. So these are the various act is there for the awareness of the people to the right to the consumer has been done, and this is the awareness process. So through this particular foundation course, each student can understand what is his rights are there, the basic the knowledge which is required whenever you go to purchase any particular product in the market. Then what are your rights are there? You should know and understand, then make the aware and use that particular rights whenever any violation of your rights has been done by any consumers. So, rights of consumers, the section 6 of the Consumer Protection Act 1986 list out 6 consumer rights such as right to safety, that is a very important one, right to be informed, right to be choose, right to be heard, right to be redressed, and right to education. So these are the 6 important consumer rights are there. We should know what is that: right to safety, right to be informed, right to be choose, right to be here, right to be redressed, and right to education. Apart from the six rights, there are also other consumer rights such as right to basic needs and rights to healthy environment. Yes, one. We will see all these. What we have, the rights are there. First one, right to safety. What do you mean by the right to safety? The consumer has a right to protect it against the certain goods which are dangerous to human health life. Whenever you are going to go in the medicine for the chemical medical shop, so in that so many drugs are there, they are the dangerous. So without the prescription of the doctor, they should not be given to the patients or to the customer. But sometimes this particular medical source will give these drugs to this customers without that particular slip. Then that will be violate the protection right, and might be that particular person who has taken that medicine, it may affect his health. So this is a very important right. Consumer has a right to receive an assurance from the producer. That is a very important. Consumer has a right to receive an assurance from the producer about the quality, what type of quality you have been using, reliability, whatever the product you are going to use from that particular company, it has reliability is there, and the performance of the good, whatever the goods you have taken. For example, every morning you have been using the toothpaste, whether it is Colgate or whether it is Close Up. So in that, these thing companies has given full information about the whatever the reliability is there, quality is there, and the performance of the good. Right to safety, that is a very important one for the product like electrical appliances. That is, if you using any electrical appliances, and if the safety has not taken into the consideration, then there will be any hazards may going to take place. So there should be a safety precautions should be there in the electrical appliances, automobiles, etc. Consider safety is required. It is a must. Similarly, food articles, medicine, and other products should be free from toxic substances that are harmful to the humans. Arsenic. Now, the earlier one, the arsenic will be used in the various drugs. Now that will be completely been abandoned has been done, and therefore the businessmen must produce goods that to be conformed to established standards. So those companies who manufacturing these various products for the consumer, they have to have the full rights, and they should produce a good produce product, and that the standard has to be maintained. So various standards has been put by the government of India. Manufacturers or sellers who sell products which do not adhere to health and safety standard must be penalized. So that is very important. If we have any problem has been done with that particular product, then that particular person, manufacturers or seller, has to be penalized. However, in reality, there are several cases of adulteration of food items. You are always seen in the news and the newspaper that simple milk or ghee or whatever we are using, the rice or whatever the product we are going to use, there is adulteration is always taking place. Adulteration is in the food items. Fruits are being sprayed with the calcium carbide to ripe very fast. Mangoes or whatever the food we are going to purchase from the market, the calcium carbide has been kept. Poor quality of dyes are used in the textile because we are wearing the clothes. So in that also the quality of poor quality of dye should not be used in the textile. Vegetable contain excessive lead content due to the chemical fertilizers and pesticides and so on. So this is the thing we have to aware about the right the safety. Hardly any action is taken by the government authorities in such cases. Second one, right to be informed. A consumer has a right to know the basic information about the product in respect of. So whenever you're going to buy any packaging material, so on that package, the whatever the information has there before purchasing, you have to see that what the purchase price is there, what is the quality is there, what will be the date of manufacture is there, and when it is going to expire, then instruction for handling or use of product and ingredients used in the products like food, cosmetic and medicine. This is the very important one. So you have to be very carefully see these things when you're going to purchase anything from the market. That is the price, what is the quality, date of manufacturing, and expiry date. Whether it is 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, 24 months. You have to see that, and how many days are there for you to utilize, or just you buy and next day it is going to expire. That is a huge one. So you have to check these things when you're going to buy in the market. Instruction for handling, that has been always given, use of on the use of the product and ingredients used in the products like food, cosmetic and medicine. What are the ingredients are there, they have to be mentioned over there. Then manufacturers of firm name has to be there. The place of manufacturing, where with which particular place it has been manufactured. Side effects for the use of the product. Warranty period, and because the electronic item when you're going to purchase, their warranty has to be there. After sale, what will be the service? You have to see, and manufacturer must provide relevant information on the package as well as all the labels. The information regarding warranty and after sale service in case of equipments or durable need to be provided in the service contract or in the invoice. So there will be whenever you purchase anything, there will be warranty card, guarantee card has been there. You have to see that it has been stamped properly, date, and from where the shop you have been purchased, it has to be there as stamping. Date has to be there. The information should not be false and misleading. Also, consumer has a right to be protected against the false and misleading information in the advertisement. So you have seen so many banners has been advertisement is there, and many people has gone into the court that whatever the ad they have been put on that particular on the boards, they are misleading. Then the company has to change that, and they have to apologize for that whatever the mistake they have been done in the advertisements. Right to choose. Third important right is right to choose. A consumer has a right to buy the product of his or her choice. That is a very important one. A consumer should given freedom to choose any product as per his requirement, preferences, and purchasing power. So he knows, the consumer knows very well about his requirement, his preferences, and purchasing power. So anybody should not be come and make a restriction on his freedom. So that should not be done. So this is the right of the consumer. As a result of this right, manufacturers or seller offer different models or design of the same product category. So, whenever you go in purchasing any electrical item, you'll find out there are a number of companies product will be there. So there will be a choices will be there for the consumer. So that is under the right to the choice. The right facilities promotion of the competition and overcoming monopolies. Some business firms induce the consumer to buy substandard or defective product. So that is they will always say that or discount is there 50%, 60%. Buy this product. So why he is selling out? Because in that they have been not been given properly that particular, and it might be a defective product. At the same time, established companies do not permit the retailer to sell the product of the competitors. Such action result in eliminating competition. So The company should not be forced to the seller that only his company's product should be sale from his shop. Such should not be there. So there will be variety of the companies should be there who are selling the product in the market, and there should not be any restriction the choice of goods and the services. Fourth one is right to be heard. The right gives an opportunity to consumer to register their complaints and grievances related to the product which they use. The right will be given the opportunity to the consumer to register their complaints and grievances related to the product which they use. Through this right, the complaints of the consumer are heard and given due attention by the concerned authorities. Consumer can complain regarding the poor quality of the product and poor after sale services, etc. Consumers can make a complaint to the manufacturer or seller regarding the deficiency of the product or services. If the seller does not resolve the complaint, the consumer can approach the consumer associations like Consumer Guidance Society of India or the government authorities. So this is a very important tool is there. That is your right is there. If the seller does not resolve your complaint, then the consumer can approach consumer associations like Consumer Guidance Society of India or the government authorities. Fifth one, the right to redress. The consumer can seek redressal against unfair practices, that is, poor quality, faulty after sale service, etc., by the manufacturers or the sellers. The consumer can seek a redressal after unfair practice, that is, poor quality, faulty after sale services, etc., by the manufacturers or seller. This right enables consumer to get compensation if he has suffered a loss or is put into inconvenience due to the fault of the manufacturers or supplier. Even in the hospitals, also doctor has not done your treatment properly, and the due to that you are going to lose anything of your body. Then you can make a complaint against the doctors also, hospitals also. So this is your right is there. A consumer has a right to get product repair and replace and refund of money. Remember, this is a very important. Consumer has a right to get the product repaired. That is first. If it is not repaired, then it has to be replaced. If it is not replaced, then it has to be refund of the money has to be done by this the seller. The right to consumer education. Number six. This right aims at educating consumers of their rights. This right make consumer well informed and conscious of his rights. Government authorities and consumer associations can educate a consumer in respect of. Yes, so here the government authorities and consumer associations can educate the consumer in respect of features and special mark of quality such as ISI marking. So make the awareness, they have to make the awareness. That's why the foundation course has been implemented in the University of Mumbai. Information on the packages that need to be considered. Yes, that is how to read out what is exactly that shows. So that has to awareness has to make out rights of consumer, that has to be to the layman. It should be understand redressal agencies for seeking compensation where they have to go. That has to be aware about that. Each person has to aware about that where he has to go if he is having any redressal against that particular companies, then he has to go for that particular part. Procedure to file consumer complaints. The government can undertake media campaigns to create awareness among the consumers of their rights. That is the way This is the very, very important video, and this is the foundation course. It is a simple one, but it will be give you lot of information till your death. You have to have know your rights, and on the basis of that, you have to go on using or purchasing the products from the market. For instance, government undertake the campaign Jago Grahak Jago. In addition, six basic rights, the following two other consumer rights to be need to be considered. That is seventh one, a right to basic needs. What is your basic needs are there? So you should know. Consumers are human beings and they have the basic needs related to food, clothing, and shelters. They also need to have basic education, health services. That's why we have the lot of government schools are there, corporation schools are there, or health also we have the government hospitals as well as corporation hospitals to give this basic needs of the your rights there are there. Government is responsible to provide the basic human needs to the its citizens. Government fulfill basic human needs. What? Government provide food items at subsidized prices to poor people through public distribution system, and that's the PDS. And the yellow card, the orange card people can take they take the product from the ration, yes, on the cheaper rate basis. The government of India has also introduced the Food Security Act in 2013. The government provides free houses to provide people under Indira Awas Yojana. The government has introduced Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, urban, which is extended up to 31st December 2024. Under this scheme, financial assistance will be provided for the construction of houses. Related to the education, the government has introduced the right of children of free and compulsory education Act 2019 and the Right to Education Act to provide free and compulsory education for all the children in the age group from 16 to 14 years, that is up to your 10th standard. The health services are provided free of cost at government health centers. And the last one, the right to healthy environment. Healthy environment. That's why the pollution and everything has been controlled. Pollution department has been established. Consumer has a right to have get the clean and healthy environment. Therefore, government has introduced pollution control measures to be adopted by the business firms. If the business firms do not adopt pollution control measures, then business activities can be suspended and they may have to pay a heavy penalties. Business firm must use natural resources with care. In the interest of consumers and the society, the business firm should not misuse or exploit the natural resources. Now, note for the students, are you aware the expectancy is only 58 years in the Mumbai? Some of the precautions you have to take as do not eat bananas from the hikers in Mumbai as they are sprayed with a carbide which is highly cancerous. Be aware with this. Avoid eating vada pav because of substandard material and recycled burnt oil are used, which is dangerous to the health. Most of the students or most of the layman is going for the vada pav, but in that whatever the oil which is using, they are very substandard is there and recycle is used. Also, the bread is made from the maida, and any maida product takes over 40 hours to digest. Yes, maida roti you have been going to eat into the restaurant, and whatever the bread you are eating, 48 hours are required to digest that product. So you have to aware that. Be careful to imported chocolates and other food stuffs which are sold beyond expiry date. Labels are fudged with unethical sellers. That is very again a threat one. Packaged drinking water is packed in low-grade plastic bottles. The water turned toxic due to poor quality of plastic bottles. Refer to internet regarding research done in Mumbai on packaged water by bar scientists. Spread these measures to your friends and your neighbors. I thanks here for the foundation course for contemporary issues. Acknowledged to the Michael was and Aurora was, and these are the authors. And Manan Prakashan Mumbai. They have written this book and published, and the material content has been taken from them only in the view that the students can get aware with the consumer right. Thank you. Have a nice day. Thanks for visiting the A. Kalsekar Degree College Kausa Mumra's YouTube channel. Thanks. Have a nice day. Visit our YouTube channel and see that the series of videos hereafter you'll get it from the foundation course on the semester 4, and once it will be over then we'll go in the semester 3rd also,